Good morning, everyone, to Marketing Matters. This is Landmark Title's weekly webinar where we cover all things marketing that matter to your real estate business. We are very lucky to have been doing this for quite some time now, and we cover everything from what top producers are doing, what industry experts say, to what is actually going on in the nuts and bolts of the real estate industry. Just last week, we had the new commissioner on Marketing Matters. So if you missed that one, definitely go back and check it out. And what are we covering today? Today, what we are covering is a subject that is very near and dear to me. I am Sarah Touchstone, Landmark Title's social media marketing strategist and educator. So the name's in the title, right? What we are covering today is social media and social media platforms. So we talk a lot about marketing your real estate business. And let's face it, guys, in the last couple of years, the way we market ourselves has drastically changed. I mean, social media has been around for quite some time, going on maybe 20 years with AOL and what was it, MySpace, and then Facebook. So it's something that we've all been exposed to for quite some time now. The kids coming up now, they're not even going to remember a time in which social media wasn't a thing. So if it's such a thing, why not use it to market your real estate brand and your real estate business? So there's quite a few out there, but I'm going to cover the big platforms that really can leverage your real estate business. So which ones are we talking about today? Number one, my personal favorite, Facebook. Number two, Instagram. Instagram has been up and coming for years as a driving force in the social media networks. So we're going to cover a little bit more about Instagram in particular. LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn has been around a long time. And we know LinkedIn is an incredible business tool. So we'll talk a little bit more about why it's a really great tool for your real estate business. And then, of course, YouTube. I mentioned YouTube earlier on. We're going to focus on some of the particulars regarding that very popular platform. And then last but certainly not least, TikTok. I know TikTok is one of those that it is a bit controversial when it comes to how it can benefit your real estate business, but we're going to dive into that. And I hope by the end of the presentation, you'll feel a little bit more confident about utilizing TikTok as well as these other platforms for your real estate business. So let's go ahead and dive in today. Number one on everybody's list, it should be on everybody's list, is Facebook. Facebook has been around a long time. We've been on it a long time. People are comfortable on it. People spend a lot of time on Facebook. I mean, let's face it, everyone. Where do you get the majority of your news and information nowadays? It's probably coming from Facebook, whether it's true or not, whatever, but it's a trusted and reliable source. So very, very important to be on there. And we've used it in the industry over the years for different things. Facebook ads was a huge thing before they kind of took away your ability to dial in demographics. But there's a lot that you can do for absolutely nothing on Facebook to not only grow your following, but generate leads. So first and foremost, let's talk about how much you should be posting on Facebook. Now, I'm covering a lot of social media platforms today, but I want to remind y'all that it's not so important to be on all the social media platforms, but to be on the ones that you're going to be on the most. If you hate being on Facebook, then Facebook is probably not the best social media for your business. If you love being on Facebook, then it probably is. So what you actually like and the platforms that you like is the most important to your business, because social media is only good if you use it. So speaking of using it, how much should you be posting on Facebook? Well, guys, 2 to 3 times a day is a pretty sweet spot. Now, 2 to 3 times a day, that's a lot of content, right? And people a lot of times are like, I run out of content if I'm going to post that much every day. So bare minimum, Facebook, try to at least post once a day. You want to stay in people's algorithms. You want to stay top of mind. There's a lot of content on Facebook. I mean, a lot of content. So if you're not putting out your own content, nobody's going to see you. If you're only posting a couple of times a week, nobody's going to see that. So I really encourage you, post. And it doesn't all have to be real estate. So that goes into our next point. What are you posting on Facebook? Now, you are in real estate. I highly recommend that you post regularly about real estate. Don't go onto Facebook and be a secret agent. I see this a lot of times. In the bio, people will say they're a real estate agent, and I'll look through their actual postings. I won't see anything real estate related. So make sure that you are integrating what you do and who you are into your posts. However, also make sure that you are showing your audience about yourself. People want to see your face. So make sure that you're integrating those in there. Facebook is a great place for bringing out who you are, your personality, your likes, your dislikes. We gain a lot of information on those around us from this social media platform. So properties, things with your face on them, pictures. It doesn't even have to be necessarily pictures of your family, but pictures of you out doing what you're doing. So make sure that you're not just going all property. Make sure that you're integrating who you are into these. Now we're going to talk next about a business page versus a personal page. So typically, personal pages get more engagement. So there's a lot of discussion as to how much should be on a business page, how much should be on a personal page. I'm a fan of having both, but really engaging in people on both is so important. So I think we kind of all know what you can do with your personal page. It says personal, right? It's Facebook. Integrate all about you on that. Now, the business page is one of the things that I want to focus on a little bit more. So the business page, things that can go on there that are very specific are going to be things like reviews, things about your business. Where your personal page, you're only allowed 5,000 people on your personal page. Guess what, though, guys? Guess how many you're allowed on your business page? It's unlimited. So that's where the business page can really come into play when you're building your sphere, when you're building your circle of influence, is that add people to that business page. Another thing I see a lot of times too is that, you'll have both, but people kind of forget about the business page and they'll just focus on the personal page. Make sure you're setting up time and focusing on both. You can share things from your business page to your personal page too, which there you go. That's extra posting. That's extra engagement. Couple of tips when it comes to setting up your business page. So obviously you're going to want to go in there and you're going to want to put all of your information. Make sure that you've got your phone number in there. That's one of my number one pet peeves with finding real estate agents on social media, is that they don't put in their contact information. Super, super important to have your contact information in there as well. In the Facebook business page too, on your phone number, people will have the ability to click on it and then call you directly. So we know people hate extra steps. So make sure you're simplifying the process, making it as easy as possible for people to get in touch with you. There's also a feature too. If people hold down on your number, it goes right into texting mode. And we also know that texting is a great way that people communicate nowadays. So make sure those things are set up. Another tip is make sure that your hours are set correctly. So a lot of times when we're going in there and we're setting up a business, we're thinking, okay, I only really want to set my hours, 9 to 5. This is when people are doing business. This is when I would prefer people to call me. However, Facebook gives you the option to set up your hours for 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Now, I highly recommend that you set up as a real estate agent. Come on, as we know that the reality is we are working all the time. So make sure that your Facebook also reflects that. And it's not just because you want people to know that you are a hardworking, all the time real estate agent, but putting your hours in for 7 days a week, 24 hours a day is going to give you better algorithms when it comes to Facebook. So when people are searching for real estate agents, the people that are open the most, those are going to pop up first. And then my last business tip with Facebook is make sure that you set up all of your categories. Facebook gives you the option for 3 different categories. So go in there and select all the realtor ones. I think there's like at least 3 different realtor ones. Just cover all your bases. It's so tempting to go in there and just select one category, realtor, and then move on. But you have the option to cover more bases. So go in, update that business profile, and see if your algorithms don't change. And then stories. Stories are some of my favorites. So stories are those little like round bubbles or boxes in Facebook. They're in boxes at the very top of your news feed. These are a great way to create engagement. So what are stories? They're just quick little excerpts about what you're doing. They are under a minute long. Stories in Facebook, and then we'll cover in Instagram as well. They're very similar. They don't allow more than a minute of content. So if you do a video, it can break up into segments of content, but the idea is just something quick. A lot of times it's what you're out doing. So whether you're showing houses, eating at a restaurant, on appointments, at your kid's football game, whatever you're out doing, this is what people want to see. So make sure that you're posting those, even quotes. I love just pulling quotes when I can't figure out any other content or I'm not doing anything in particular with my day, just so it keeps my story full. I'm going to focus a little bit more in stories when we go to Instagram because it's got a great little feature to share from one to the other. And then Reels. Once again, I'm going to focus a little bit more in Reels when we go into Instagram because that's my personal favorite platform for doing Reels. Facebook Reels just came out just a few months ago. So it's still a fairly new algorithm. They don't have quite the same amount of features as Instagram or TikTok, which is essentially what TikTok is. It's just Reels, but it's a great platform to start covering when it comes to creating content for your real estate business. So I'm going to focus a little bit more in Reels on my next social media platform, Instagram. So Instagram, I was a little bit slower to the game of getting on Instagram. I think I've only been on there a couple of years. But I have to say, Instagram is coming out as my new favorite platform. Oh, I like the planning feature. Debbie just asked a question. How do I like the planning feature on Facebook? I love it. Going back to Facebook, Facebook gives you the option to get in and create things ahead of time. So in Facebook, on your Facebook business page, I'm glad that you're bringing that back, Debbie. Facebook business page has a creator studio now. So you can go in and you can get all of your content for the week, for the month, whatever you want to do, already set up and ready to go. So I do love that feature. I'm in there all the time. It also gives you the option to track your engagement and your algorithms. So we know in our industry that it's really important to know how much engagement you're getting. So that's a great feature. I'm glad you brought that up, Debbie, because I didn't put it on the presentation. but I love that. And that's just another great feature and reason to get into your Facebook business account and really utilize it. All right, back to Instagram. Like I said, Instagram is one of it's still been around for quite some time. So people have been on it for a while, but it's really leading the charge in social media content these days. Let's focus on the basics. We'll go through some of the same things that we've covered in the Facebook section because they are a little different when it comes to Instagram. So Instagram, posting frequency. It's not the same as Facebook. Instagram, there used to be a day back in the day where posting every day on Instagram, posting multiple times a day on Instagram were great things. It's not really that way anymore. Instagram does not want you over posting on their platform. In fact, if you overpost, they will restrict your engagement. So that's where this becomes really important to follow these types of patterns. So yes, you're going to have to create more content for Facebook and not quite as much for Instagram, but that makes the quality of your content that much more important. So Instagram, you're really only posting about 2 to 3 times a week. So make sure that your content is really honed in and really good. What are you posting? So not as much properties on Instagram. You don't want to just post all properties, and because you don't want it to end up looking like a home magazine. You've got in Instagram, you've got your wall. And as you can see, I pulled one of the hashtag walls over on the side, and you can see it builds a story. It builds a very visual presentation. So be very careful to not overpost homes. Or if you're posting homes, one of the things I absolutely love seeing on realtors' Instagrams is them using little pictures of themselves in the corner. So whether it's a little GIF in the corner, whether it's just an overlay, make sure your face is appearing in your Instagram. This is going to be a little bit more of a personal platform, but make sure that your colors are consistent. A lot of people go really, really in depth into their Instagram, as far as colors, hues. I've got an entire Instagram presentation on how you can really build out a very attractive Instagram. We're not going to dive too deeply in that today because we're covering a lot of material. But make sure you're staying with a consistent theme, with a consistent look within your Instagram. It's an aesthetic platform. And make sure, very importantly, that you are showing up on your posts because you have to have that personal touch. Lifestyle photos. We've done Marketing Matters on lifestyle photos before. Once again, these are very, very good on Instagram. If you want more information about those, like I said, we've got some other presentations that really dive into Instagram. The other thing is hashtags. Hashtags have become such an important part of our world. I know it was kind of funny years ago, hashtags were almost a joke. Well, guess what, guys? It's not a joke. It's free SEO. So use the hashtags. There are several different areas that you can go to get what hashtags are hot right now, especially for real estate. I also have a list of hot real estate hashtags. If you'd like the list, reach out to your business development managers. They have them as well. And we can get you that list. What I really like about hashtags on Instagram too, is that when you put the hashtag in, you can see how many people are using it. So the ideal, and there are ideal hashtags for engagement. Ideal hashtags are going to be ones that are actually under 1 million users. So you don't want an overly used hashtag. So look for hashtags that are between about 15,000 and 1 million users. Those are the sweet spot hashtags. And then one other thing about hashtags too, is people do follow hashtags. So that's why selecting your hashtags is so important. And I pulled out the Upper West Side Phoenix one so that you can kind of see some of the engagement that was created on there. And if that hashtag actually selects you and your post as their top hashtag, you'll actually go up into that little circle and you'll be the featured presenter for that hashtag. So once again, guys, hashtags, free engagement, free SEO, use them, use them, use them. Few tips on your bio. So in your bio, you only have a limited amount of space to describe what you're doing. However, you have a username and your actual name. Now, both of these are searchable within Instagram. So make sure that you're entering in realtor, real estate, something that when people are searching for real estate and real estate agents, they're going to come across your name. So it can be in either of those. Also, Instagram does not allow URL click-throughs except for in your bio. So a lot of times you're on Instagram and you see a post that says, for more information, link in bio. That's where you got to make sure that you've got your up-to-date information. So whether your link takes your, clients to a website, or whether you're trying to target something particular, just remember that is utilizable. That's a click-through, but it's the only one that you get on Instagram. So make sure it's up to date and make sure it's really targeting where you want your audience to go. And then stories. I said I was going to focus a little bit more on stories. So for stories, Instagram is great because Instagram allows you to add your stories to Facebook. And the great thing about stories too is they last only for 24 hours. So you do have to maintain them and never let your stories die. This is a really important thing. Once you start using stories, make sure you're keeping them up to date. They're going to expire after 24 hours. So keep them fresh. So whether you like to add stories in the morning or stories in the evening or stories throughout the day, keep them up, because once again, when people log on to Instagram, when they log on to Facebook, the first thing that comes across their feed is stories. And the more consistent you are, the more you're going to be in people's algorithms and they're going to be up there. I've done these presentations before and I've mentioned stories, and I never let my stories die. Like, it's like a dagger to my heart if I go in and I see a little plus mark next to my stories and I'm like, I let it die. And one time I was doing a presentation and somebody during the presentation, when I mentioned stories and never let them die, they said, oh, that's why you're always in my stories. Yes. So you're staying top of mind with the people on these social media platforms. And once again, stories can click through from Instagram to Facebook. And then Reels. Oh, I love Reels. Like I said, I've got classes, entire classes that focus just on Reels content. This really is. Instagram Reels is only about a year old, maybe a little over a year now. And it really is. It's videos, quick videos. The best engagement videos are between 7 and 15 seconds. So yes, these are really, really fast videos, but it's a great way to build your algorithms. Instagram and Facebook also push your Reels content out to the entire platform. So really getting on this, this new trend, it's so important. I mean, how many of your Instagram and Facebook feeds are filled with nothing but videos now and Reels? These are really great ways to, like I said, they can be fun, they can be silly. They don't have to be real estate related, or they can be real estate related. One of the best ways to create engagement is to go ahead and take clips off of whatever is popular. So when I'm going through Reels, I really don't watch a lot of them. I'm swiping through to see what audio tracks are being played and overlaid and what other people are doing. Then I'm taking that audio track and I'm going ahead and I'm making my own reel based on that. So popular audio tracks are going to get the most amount of plays and the most engagement on the social media platforms. Something to kind of note too, because Instagram and Facebook are both meta corporations, you can share a reel from one to the other. However, in Instagram, unless you're using the original audio, so you've seen somebody else's reel, you've saved their audio, you're making your own reel, it's not going to allow you to share it to Facebook. Not yet. I'm pretty sure that we'll get there. So if you want to share from Instagram to Facebook, just make sure you're pulling that original audio, or you can save. You can go in, you can save your Instagram reels to your phone, and then share it to Facebook. I'm going to cover that a little bit in TikTok because Instagram does not, and Facebook do not love TikTok. However, Instagram and Facebook love each other, same corporation. Let's touch on a couple of these other topics. I know we're getting in there in time. So let's talk about YouTube really quickly. YouTube's been around for a long, long time. I think everybody's very familiar with it. And we are familiar with utilizing it for a real estate business. But it comes down to, a lot of times when we come across real estate agents with amazing in YouTube channels, we know that they've put a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort into it. Does not necessarily have to be the same thing for you. So what YouTube is really great for is posting a little bit more of the long content videos. So videos on Facebook, videos on Instagram, under a minute. It's not a whole lot of content. YouTube gives you the ability to add that longer content in. So posting frequency, this is one of those things where consistency is key. It doesn't necessarily matter if you're posting once a week, once a day, but you just need to stay consistent and put content on your channel so that your algorithms will be favorable. If you don't have a YouTube channel yet, and you're looking to set one up, I recommend sandbagging a bunch of videos, about a dozen videos. And then when you start your YouTube channel, uploading them all at the same time, that'll give you more favorable algorithms. So what to post? We talked about longer content. Now you can take your short form video content from YouTube, or excuse me, from Facebook, from Instagram, and you can put that over onto YouTube as well. But YouTube is really great for giving us that longer form content. So things that are great are facts and myths, step-by-step things. This is where most people are going to when it comes to looking for tutorials. So that's a great thing to utilize YouTube for. And then thumbnails. I really recommend going in and doing custom thumbnails. So you can see, I pulled up a couple different ones. You see, the first two videos on these, they don't have the custom thumbnails. They're just screenshots from the presentation. The last one on here is a custom thumbnail. Very easy to go into Canva and make custom thumbnails, but it tells your audience what your video is about. It catches their eye, and it's going to give you a better click-through and better engagement. And then YouTube is free SEO. Once again, these are all free platforms, free engagement. So make sure that you're utilizing tags. Make sure that your titles are what people are searching for when it comes to what they're looking for. Don't just give a description of what your video is about. Think about, if I'm looking for this video, what am I searching? Reverse engineer when it comes to the content that you're actually putting on your YouTube videos. And then when it comes to the descriptions, write out a novel. Give all the information that you can, because YouTube's going to pull the information from that and put that into algorithms. So never be afraid to sit there and write a lot in your descriptions. All right, we've got two more platforms, so I'm going to try and wrap this up. LinkedIn, once again, a platform that's been around for quite some time. So posting frequency. This is going to go a lot along the lines of your Facebook business page. So I think that was some of the best advice that I've gotten recently about when it comes to LinkedIn, because we do get a little overwhelmed with these social media platforms, when it comes to how much, what's the content. So relating LinkedIn to a Facebook business page is a great thing to do. So Facebook business, we talked about Facebook personal, posting 2 to 3 times a day. Facebook business is a little bit more like Instagram. 2 to 3 times a week is great. So post that about. What are you posting? Once again, treat it like it's a business page. So you're posting properties, you're posting content. LinkedIn also gives you the ability to post videos now. So maybe you're posting, videos about your houses, virtual open houses, listings that you have coming up. Engagement on LinkedIn for business is even greater than engagement on like a Facebook business page. So if you're like, Sarah, I don't get a lot of engagement on my Facebook business page, maybe take some time and focus some of that same content that you're focusing on your Facebook business page into LinkedIn. LinkedIn can actually be a great resource when it comes to reaching out to realtors outside of your area. I've known a lot of agents that have gotten referrals from the relationships that they build on LinkedIn. And then engagement, creating engagement. This goes back to the building the relationships. I know sometimes we get overwhelmed with, you haven't logged into LinkedIn, you log on, you've got 47 messages, auto messages from people. Don't let that scare you off. Like I said, look for other people that are within your sphere. And look for, this is a great platform for looking for other real estate agents, because if they see that you're a working real estate agent in the Phoenix area, there is a huge opportunity for referrals from this platform. And then this goes back with who to connect with. Realtors on this. Your clients aren't necessarily going to be looking for you as a real estate agent on LinkedIn. However, LinkedIn is one of the platforms when people do a search that pops up high in the algorithms. So it is like on Google. So it is important to have a great up-to-date LinkedIn profile. So there's about 3 that usually pop up. Number 1, of course, is Facebook. Number 2, your website should pop up. But number 3, a lot of times is LinkedIn. So make sure it's up to date and that you look like the professional when it comes to that. And then last, but certainly not least, is TikTok. Yes, TikTok is an emerging trend on social media, but not just for the kids anymore, guys. TikTok is for the adults. It's for the realtors. It's for the business. So when people a lot of times are getting on TikTok nowadays, they're not just looking for entertainment. It really did start out as an entertainment platform. However, people are getting on and looking for reviews. They're looking for consumables. They're looking for things to buy on these social media platforms. So that's why it is really important to be on these platforms. And the kids of today, these are our buyers of tomorrow. So understanding these platforms, it's really important. And if you get on to Reels on Facebook or Instagram, it's basically the same thing, where you're going to be taking what's trending and repurposing it and repackaging it into something that works for your real estate business. So post frequency, once again, this is where more posting is better, but don't get overwhelmed. I mean, I love video content, but I'm working on so much other content. I've made it a goal just to go ahead and go in and once a week, I'm making a reel on these platforms and I'm posting because I know that this is what's going to be consistent for me. Then what to post? Rebranding, repurposing. Look at what is popular. Use those same audios and overlay them with real estate related things, whether it's market snapshots in your area, whether it's preparing Airbnbs for the Super Bowl, whether it's a home tour. Use what's popular because that's what's going to get pushed out to the most amount of people. So reuse. It doesn't have to be dancing. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to make reels because I don't want to get on camera and I don't want to dance. It does not have to be that. If you're traveling, make a quick video of where you are. People love seeing that. And then once again, it goes back to that personality. Like I said, there's a lot of different features, cutting, splicing, making it quick and interesting. Reels is a whole nother class. But then create engagement. Make sure that when people comment on your posts, that you're going back on and you're commenting back to them. Instagram is fun because they have given you the ability to get on there and respond to somebody's comment on your reel with another reel. And then you're creating like more engagement. It just keeps going. It's so exciting. So create that engagement with other people. One thing I'm going to go ahead and mention too, and this is, I think, the last thing I have, is it's super convenient on TikTok to go ahead and click the share and share it to Instagram and share it to Facebook. And it's just like a seamless process from going from one to the next. However, like I said earlier, Instagram does not like Facebook or does not like TikTok. Facebook does not like TikTok. If you repost your videos from TikTok with that TikTok watermark onto Instagram and Facebook, your engagement is going to be lower. They're only people that follow you are going to see it. They're not going to push that content out to nearly the amount of people that they would if it was removed. So there's a couple of different websites that you can go to. Just Google them if you need. If I can send you the actual apps to remove the watermark, but it's quick and easy to just remove the watermark. You can also make videos in a completely separate app and then repurpose them across all of the platforms. My favorite one is Inshot. So it's just an app, gives you all the features that TikTok or Instagram would when it comes to splicing, filters, music, overlays, subtitles. That's another really great one because a lot of times people are watching these videos without audio. So you can go in there to Inshot, you can make the video exactly how you want, then you can go share across the platforms, watermark free. So that's our overview today, guys. I know I probably went a little bit over our 30-minute mark because these are topics that I love covering. They're really a great way to market your business. So if y'all have any other questions, we have a question. I love it. Facebook stories. Can it be done for personal and business? I believe that Facebook stories can be done for personal and business. So once again, make sure you're covering all the bases when it comes to your stories. Same with Instagram. Instagram, you can set it up as a business account. That's going to give you more audio. That's going to give you more, ability to do more and also share those stories. Another great question is on YouTube. When you're doing videos, is it horizontal or vertical? This is a great question because it is different. So when we're doing our Facebook and our Instagram and our TikToks, we're going to go ahead and do our phone. We're going to do vertical videos because most of the platform is going to be viewed on the phone. However, a lot of times with YouTube, your content is going to be viewed on computers, or you can even send content through email form. So on YouTube, you're going to want that horizontal. Once again, if you've got content and it's vertical and you want to share it on YouTube, do it. Don't be afraid to. But that really is that horizontal. That's where you're going to want that horizontal feature. Also, if you're doing lives, so if you're doing a home tour on Facebook and you're doing a Facebook Live or Instagram, Make sure that you're actually doing horizontal. So we want vertical most of the time when we're doing our videos, if it's just of our face. However, if you're touring a home, go ahead and change it to a horizontal platform because you'll be able to see more of the home within the actual video. So great question. I usually cover that in my video classes, but like I said, we're already past time today because there's so much content. Are we able to review this as well as previous classes? Oh, of course. Yes, Judy, you can view all of our classes on our YouTube channel, YouTube. So if you just Google, get into YouTube and you look for Landmark Title, you'll find our entire channel. And we have a specific playlist for Marketing Matters. So you'll just go ahead, you'll find Landmark Title, you'll click on playlist, and then there are over 60 content from Marketing Matters that you can go and you can review. And then later today, this one will be on there as well. Also, reach out to your business development managers because I do send these videos directly to them. Yes, wow, these are amazing. I love bringing content like this to you all. All right, let's wrap this up and send you all on your Wednesday. We have classes coming up. It is February and classes are hitting hard. So I really recommend taking part in some of the things that we have coming up. For instance, our market insights. This is our monthly market stats webinar that we do with Scott Kibbers. Scott Kibbers is an armless specialist when it comes to diving into the numbers and what's going on. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing something extra special too. We're actually going to break it down by regions. So most of you, work, a specific region. So we're going to really dive into what the stats, facts, and figures look like in the particular regions around our metro. You won't want to miss this. This is another just 30 minutes, fast figures, but this can help so much with your real estate business. And guys, this is content that you can also use for your social media. Tomorrow, 9:30, be on there. And then I'm sure that everybody's kind of heard about the new Homestead Exemption that went into act on January 1st. So we've had a lot of questions about it, a lot of engagement. We are doing a Zoom class. This is going to be next Tuesday at 9 a.m. This is going to be on Zoom. So if you would like the link for this, get registered. This is going to be good. I mean, this is a new act that has come out. So you really want to make sure that you are understanding all the particulars when it comes to this for your clients. And then FICO, 5 factors of FICO. This is coming up on Thursday next week. So this one is going to be actually in person. It's going to be about credit. So this is a great thing, once again, to understand for your clients. Oh, actually, this one's going to be in person or Zoom. This is a hybrid class. Love it. So whether you can make it over to Scottsdale or you want to hop on Zoom, reach out to Mary. She's hosting this class. And once again, get that information in there for your clients. And then if you like this class, guys, I'm diving way deeper into it coming up for a couple of classes in February. So I know, I feel like I mean, we're almost at an hour and I honestly have so much more content that I would love to share about these platforms. So please come to one of these social media basic classes. We'll dive deeper into some of the things we talked about today. We've got 2 coming up, one on February 14th at 10 a.m. at the Keller Williams Glendale office. And then we have another one coming up February 24th at 11 a.m. at the Keller Williams Goodyear office. So if you'd like to attend either of these, please reach out to Patty or Michael and we'll get you guys signed up and we'll see you there and we'll talk all about more social media. Then we also have our monthly CE class coming up. This one is solar and it's for disclosure credit. So if you are looking to get that disclosure credit, if you're looking to get a really great class about solar, Tara's solar class is amazing. It always fills up. So make sure that you get on, you get registered. This one is a Zoom class as well. So no matter where you are in the Valley, you can attend and get that credit and get that knowledge. Thursday, February 17th from 10 to 1. And then last but certainly not least, we have 10 steps to avoiding the mortgage pitfalls of a transaction. So once again, great knowledge. We've got our partners over at Nova hosting this and teaching it. This one's going to be Wednesday, February 23rd from 10 until noon in Scottsdale. So if you'd like to attend that, please let us know. Patty and Michael are hosting this one as well. And then just a quick overview of our monthly CE schedule coming up. We've got disclosure this month. We've got commissioner standards next month, and then contract law in April. Make sure you guys are getting signed up and getting these credits. It's a wonderful service and feature that we have available for you here at Landmark Title. Quick and easy, get these credits and keep your license up to date. We also have, in my opinion, and I booked these out, so it is my opinion, but we have some of the best CE instructors coming in and teaching these classes. I attended the January 20th one, and it was absolutely wonderful. The information that we covered, the engagement in these Zoom classes is fantastic. So if you're really looking for some great content and a great way to get your CEs, look no further than Landmark Title. We got you covered. And that's it for us today. Thank you, of course, to everybody for being on. If you have any social media questions, please reach out. I'm available to help any of our Landmark Title agents. We love creating content for you. We love helping you with content. We love helping to market your business. So, of course, thank you to our business development managers. You guys are the ones that are out there in the field helping the agents every day. Thank you to Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Patty, Michael, Lindsay, and Michelle. You all are amazing. Reach out to them. If you're not already working with one of our business development managers, go ahead and reach out to me, sarah.touchstone@ltaz.com. And I would be happy to make an introduction and get you set up with one of them, because your business is going to grow and flourish when you've got the right partners by your side. And then, of course, thank you to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you this content every Wednesday. If you guys have any questions, of course, reach out to us. If you have any topics that we have not already covered on Marketing Matters, let us know. This is not only our platform, this is your platform when it comes to enhancing the marketing for your real estate business. So let us know. We're happy to help. And of course, as you are out there writing these contracts, please think of Landmark Title. We would love to work with you on your next deal. We have 7 offices across the Valley, as well as 1 in Prescott, to service all of your real estate needs. Y'all have a wonderful Wednesday, and we will see you next week.